Alright, I'm back with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Last time we got into the evidence room and saw some bloody handprints. We spoke with Edgeworth about that and got some fingerprinting kits. So this may be a shorter episode, or we might dip into the trial a little bit. It'll depend how much stuff we can actually get through here. Miss Star's gone away. Okay. So it'll all depend on how long this part takes. Investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood is the detective's evidence locker. Let's use our secret weapon. Let's get started. First, choose a finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different fingerprint. Let's choose a finger that will have left behind the cleanest print. Quit procrastinating and choose one! Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Starting to get that sparkle in her eye. First, we sprinkle the powder around. How do you do that? With the X button, see? The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is evenly spread, just blow away the excess. With the triangle button. So they redid this to avoid having to use the stylus controls from the DS. So instead of blowing onto the DS and using the stylus and blowing it out, they just mapped it to different buttons. Looks like fun. Time to get used to it. Well, it won't go up your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the excess. Those are the basics. Guess I better give it a try. Ah, you did it! You found one! This looks nothing like a fingerprint. I think it means we're out of luck. The person must have worn a glove. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time. Calm down. It's just the way it goes sometimes. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Look at the locker again. Seems like there were fingerprints outside the bloody handprint. Oh, there you go. It's clear as day. Dazzling. This print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. Well, that's quite a process. Well, there's no point finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? Look at the fingerprint data we got from Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Well, I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find in the evidence locker? Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong? You gave me this so what look. Guess it's probably because I was thinking that. Okay, so we came up with nothing, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You just gotta roll with the punches. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, there's another handprint in the room. Let's check it out. This is where we got a luminol reaction. Okay, let's try using this. That's the spirit. Oh, but I do have to warn you something first. The area with the blood's wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area may have been wiped away too. Don't ask me. We must find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than ones. Aha! Alright. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? It's Officer Marshall! It's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. This is decidedly different from Gumshoe's prints. Luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have his fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would he... Looks like our investigation's finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do a little bit of the trial. Not a whole bunch. Maybe nothing investigating, maybe no testimony-wise, but we'll see how much I can do. I was not expecting this to be that quick. Because you can never tell by the guide how long a certain spot is going to take. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each crime scene. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Hope they didn't hold you too long. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth around this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean. But Lana... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you are going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Court is now in session for the trial of Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Huh? I'm afraid I didn't hear you. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. That's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. And the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of his car. This is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder of the police department. In doing so, I believe this way we shall proceed. I shall try this again. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself, unlike the way I just tried to mangle the English language. Now that's what sets him apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable trait. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness to the stand. For this first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred in the police department. The suspect? You mean the murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Hi. Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Beacon, sir. My occupation is... that would be murderer, sir.
You're telling us you are a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I don't kill anyone again. You don't believe me, sir. It's just... I'm what you call of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please help, sir. Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir.
Give us your report on the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. I am part of a generation that must do what we have to do. What we were told to do, sir.
Can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. So yeah, I'll get through this bit and then I'll call it a shorter episode.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard evidence that day. I spotted a suspicious man in the security screen and rushed into the room. I was the only one. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life and then I did. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me away.
So this victim attacked you?
Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. Knocked me upside the head, he did, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. So yes. We'll begin this trial in earnest next time. Sorry for the shorter episode, but I wasn't really planning this to be that short. But I have only so much time today. But yes, we'll get back to Mr. Meekins very quickly. Next time.